and let's elevate. All right, YouTube, today we're going to get into Amber Fougeres. This is one of my favorite genres of perfumery. It leans masculine, it is clean, elegance, sophistication, all around beautiful green notes, mossy notes that come off the skin and can elevate someone's aura and presence to a sophistication that's unmatchable, in my honest opinion. You talk about the beautiful hinoki, to the cypress trees from Cyprus. These are complex, beautifully done fragrances that will make you feel comfortable and classy. So let's get into the fragrances. Okay, everyone, this here is a fragrance from OLFACTIF MOTIF. This is VETU de VERT, done by former YouTuber Oswald Perry. It is a fragrance that is full of jasmine absolutes, yuzu, which is a great citrus note, a full fleshy, well-rounded ylang ylang note, and the featured note today, which is cypress. A very well done fragrance. It has, like I said, the beautiful, grand, beautiful hinoki from Japan with a lemony sweetness. It's very complex, deep, rich. It's forested green, vetiver, like a soil-like earthiness. From the ylang ylang, you get just a beautiful indolic ylang ylang with a jasmine absolute that harmonizes the heart. Great slow dance with like a jasmine geranium combination with a sensual, a very beautiful overlap of oak moss. Has a broad base of like a shaved, smoky, and stark, rich sandalwood. Beautiful fragrance that is VETU de VERT, Oswald Perry for OLFACTIF MOTIF. Okay, everyone, next up we have one of my favorite spring and summertime cypress fragrances. Very nicely done for the House of Oud. This is Live in Colors. This is a very artistically done bottle. Many of you have seen the House of Oud. The base is the cap. Take it off, let's get a sniff. Remind us of what's going on here. And yeah, so this, to me, what this fragrance is a pure, unadulterated, exciting, this is created with the scent of like a macerated red fruit, berries, red berries, a blend of citruses, along with like a chopped and diced ginger root that is very elegant in the fragrance. It's done very nicely. It's bolstered by that ginger root actually. It's malted with like a musky, ambery sweetness and a vibrant lemon that's almost pine-like coming from the hinoki and the cypress. You also get like a tonic-like sharpness, refreshing, very mass appealing, a lot of zeal, a lot of zing for life when you wear this fragrance. This is a very nicely done pool party, beach day scent, a casual, and can be elevated. Can be elevated if you're going out with a nice linen suit on, linen blazer, perfect for the season. House of Oud, Live in Colors. Now, what I have here is one of the best ROJA Dove woody fragrances in my honest opinion. This here is a woody ambergris citrus fougere for the gods. I promise you, this is ROJA Parfums, Kingdom of Bahrain, and to me, it opens with a ROJA typical portrayal of like lime, lemon accords. You get a natural bay leaf and sage. It imparts an aromatic and camphorous top note that is, once it goes to the heart, you get a violet that lends to the heart with a very true ozonic edge. So you even get like a rose and jasmine that underpin and bolster the sweetness of the greenness of the transitions. They captivate the base. The pine stays throughout. You get the ambergris, the cypress, and a birch that's slightly smoky. Entangle that with a rich and opulent, highly dosed base of just sweet vanillin, a candy floss, they say, I'm equating the candy floss to just a sugary tone, sugary note. They say a candy floss, it's like, for us, that would be like going to a carnival. Very nicely done. It has a leathery base to it as well, saffron. It coexists throughout the heart and the base with that particular note. Very nicely done, very well made. Cypress accord that runs through and through this fragrance. For spring, 65 degrees, you can't beat this perfume. That's done by ROJA Dove, Kingdom of Bahrain. Great cypress fragrance, in my opinion, through and through. Elegance, sophistication, opulence. All right, so guys, next up, what we're going to get is a fragrance from the house of Clive Christian. This is the Noble Collection Cypress XX1 or 21. This is a captivating, coniferously sweet, soapy petitgrain cypress fragrance that is creamy, radiant, very sophisticated, a dignified cypress that is just perfect note that just centers around the composition. It's warm and cool tones. It's given a it's sometimes this one is hard to describe for me. It's a fusion of like arousing and stimulating restorativeness. It's beautifully green while at the same time sexy. It has an amber in it that is just phenomenally done. Like I said, very sophisticated, slightly coniferous, soapy petitgrain. One of the best petitgrains in the market today, in my opinion, next to Xerjoff, is Clive Christian's petitgrain. They do a wonderful job in developing that note and putting it throughout their fragrance line. It stays with fragrances. It sticks. It's a petitgrain that does not come off the skin easily. It runs through and through some of their fragrances, like 1872, and also this one here is Cypress. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. This is Clive Christian's from the Nobel Collection XX1 Cypress. And so next, I don't see many people doing Mio Fusciuni's fragrance line. I believe that the artistry and perfumery is something that should not be taken lightly, in my honest opinion. I think that these things are art-based forms that everyone should have access to and be able to get their nose on, and then take that art form and interpret the way you should and shall. And for me, getting my nose on Mio Fusciuni's fragrances has been a blessing. And I say that as an amateur perfumer. I say that as a collector and somewhat of what I would call a connoisseur aficionado. His fragrances are through and through thought through. He has some of the most artistically done, yet not mass appealing, acquaintable fragrances that are beautiful off the skin. You could tell the vision in which he laid forth in bringing these fragrances to fruition. And this one here, which is Spirito, is to me one of the grander fragrances from his collection that I have in mind. So the box has a ribbon around it, nice done cardboard box, has a photograph. Of course, this one is about cypress, so this has a nice picture of a cypress tree. It comes with a booklet that tells Mio Fusciuni's what he did to, how he inspired himself, what he went through to create the fragrance, what it was, and going into his own depths and soul to create a fragrance. And he took this, he wanted to emulate Emily Dickinson in this fragrance. And so that is in this little book he wrote. Great addition to the fragrance. Give some bio, give some background to it. a slotted hole to sit the fragrance in safely so it won't bounce around. Nice wooden cap, 100 ml bottles, all their perfume that perform like extracts. Nicely done, snug. So this one here, for me, this one is a fragrance that this conjures like a tranquility that is, it's a breeze. And you put yourself into the position to just think about the breeze of a meadow, you know, at the forest edge, stillness, you know, contemplation, thought-provoking. It's a sweet, herbaceous, and green vetiver that he used that is alive. It's meditative. This is a link between the green forest and tranquility. This is so the base notes bring a sense of balance, a sense of connectedness. You feel in nature with this particular fragrance. It's green, it's woody. You get so many notes that are just coming forward. You get chamomile, which is a soft, warming chamomile, angelica, green and bright. You get an herbaceous cypress. You get myrtle. He used a very nice Virginia cedar wood in this fragrance that is nice woody tone, that is, you know, running in concert with a musk accord and a gaiac wood that is so pleasant. He also used a lemony peppery elemi that in itself with the cypress are the underpinnings of the fragrance that can just, it's a beautifully done fragrance. Lifts off the skin, and it's not one that you want to smell only with the nose's edge. This fragrance at about 4 to 5 feet smells completely different, and it does project that far. It has a sweetness from the tonality of the tonka bean. This goes great with many skin chemistries. Beautiful fragrance. I'm happy to be able to bring this to many people's attention. This is Spirito from the house of Amber Fougeres, done by Giuseppe Imprezibile. Just a grand cypress fragrance. Can't be beat. And of course, so today, ladies and gentlemen, is a nice warm day here in Michigan. It's going to run about 70 degrees, so we're going to do a lot of grilling today. We're going to be eating some grilled chicken and grilled fish with some charred vegetables and a light pasta. And so today, out of the wine cellar, I pulled out a Louis Jardin 2020, which is a Beaujolais region of Burgundy Chardonnay. This is going to be chilled for drinking mid-afternoon at around 3 p.m. today. This is a great Chardonnay that is inexpensive, runs about $15. It's big on the nose with green apple, zesty yuzu, and a slight oaky touches to that. You know, medium acidity, medium body. It's an easy drinker, one to enjoy. You know, you can have it also as a table wine with like chartreuse or hors d'oeuvres. Just a great easy drinker. Several bottles of this. You see the Louis Jardin label and you just gravitate towards it. So that's the wine selection for this day. I'll be drinking this Chardonnay from the Beaujolais region with the Macon Valley appellation. Great Chardonnay just to drink. Like I said, grilled fish, grilled chicken, white meats, charred and grilled vegetables. Very nicely done. All right, and so everyone, today, the cigar of choice for me today is a Nicaraguan Syncro by the brand AVO. This is a brand from Davidoff, Geneva, and so this is an Ecuadorian and Connecticut wrapper with a Dominican Republic binder and a Nicaraguan Puro Dominican Republic filler. It's a medium to full strength. Smoking time on these run about 45 minutes. Very nicely done. You know, chocolatey, minimal veins, tight seams. The draws on these are very nice. The thing about these AVOs is consistency. And you know anything about a winning team or a winning strategy, you always want to have consistency. And that's what Syncro and Nicaraguan Syncros from the house of AVO is always giving me. They smoke, you know, the burns are always perfect. The draw is always perfect. It's a medium full strength. Very nicely done. Like I said, chocolate wrapper. No oiliness to it really. Very densely packed, but have a soft spongy feel to it. Been in the humidor for about 3 to 4 weeks now. Just got this package picked up from JR Cigar. And so with this particular blend, it's enjoyable. I could take it as a daily driver. One of the cigars that I'll smoke weekly. It's that type of cigar. Nothing fancy about it. It's a nice earthy cleanness, cacao, prunes, the type of, you know, characteristics you get normally from a Nicaraguan filler. Very nicely done. Once again, that is the Nicaraguan AVO Syncro